All right, we are back. We got a 2021 Ford Explorer here. We installed the rear pinion bushings right here. These are the HSF, the Houston Speed Freaks bushings. Goodness gracious, this was such an easy job. Now, again, I'm doing it on a lift, so I do understand that this is going to be a lot easier. But I will tell you this, the thing that I wasn't paying attention to is when I went ahead and removed these are 21 millimeter bolts. I forgot to take out the rear bolt, and I was like, man, I'm having a problem trying to get the clearance down and everything like that. But it was a super duper easy install. So depending on what kind of exhaust you have, that might also play into being in the way. But we removed this top bolt right here. We removed the two bolts right here. Those come off. What we also had to do is we did have a jack underneath here, but I did have to take this section of the exhaust off so that way we could lower it down, because with the thermal, look at how much we don't have much space right here. So we had to go ahead and remove that section. We were able to lower it down. When you get in here, these do just pop off. You can pop the old ones out, and then the other one, it's easier if you kind of take a pry bar, pry it, and then it'll eventually come out. And then we went ahead and reinstalled it. What I did is I did run these up by hand when we did the reinstall. Ran them up, came over here, had the jack, was able to push back on here so that way we can get our bolt back in there, reapplied thread locker, put the bolt back in there. I went ahead and did HSF's recommendation for 150 foot-pounds on this bolt, and then I did not have any information on these ones, but just assuming if they're going into the differential and this is going into the frame right here, we went ahead and just did 150 here as well. It seemed pretty tight. I ran them up with an impact and put the torque wrench on them at 150. It felt solid. So we'll see how it changes whenever it comes to driving. I'm not sure. Nothing was wrong with the ones that I had on here. I just wanted to go ahead and go with the solid rear, the solid mount billet ones. Wanted to support Travis, wanted to make sure that, you know, we're getting quality products. Not saying that these parts are going to fail, not this, but the actual stock parts. But I've heard a lot of people getting some like rough, you know, hard launches on here. You know, that being one of these is this failure point right here, and then another one is this failure point. So we didn't want any deflection. We didn't want any pinion angle deflection or anything like that. We didn't want any drive shaft droopage or anything like that. So wanted to make sure we take care of everything before we start putting some actual more power down. You know, this is just full bolts on 93, and so I haven't had any problems, but we didn't want any problems going forward. So very simple, very quality product. I absolutely love this. I love that it fit right in there. There was like no tolerance problems or anything like that. It was an excellent product. I'm not trying to, like, you know, gloat for Travis or anything like that, but I am appreciative of the good things that a lot of people are making for these vehicles. We got GXP right here, and we've got HSF making great quality products, as well as the freaking thermal exhaust. I love this exhaust. This exhaust is absolutely amazing. It bolts right in. Didn't even have to cut anything off. Installed it right to the CV fab downpipes, and it's good. But that's done. Those are done. I don't think I'm going to lower this vehicle. I don't think this is going to be one that I actually lower. I think I'm going to lower the other one. This is the one that I do travel in. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how. I heard that there's not really any NVH or anything like that. So we'll provide a follow-up after this. Thank you.